We all want to improve our rest and maintain a healthy weight, and if there's a plant capable of giving me those benefits and more in a dose that fits in a cup, that's chamomile. Indeed, the most used medicinal plant in the world has been showing in several recent studies that, taken daily, it will be an effective ally in strengthening our health. So, I'm going to explain what dose will suit me to take advantage of its benefits, who should not take chamomile, and what precautions I need to know if I want to consume it safely. Today, I share with you the benefits and risks of consuming chamomile daily. Chamomile is an herb that has been used for centuries as a remedy to improve digestion, sleep, and fight chronic pain. Since the times of ancient Egypt, a civilization for which it possessed great symbolic value, and later used by Roman and Greek civilizations to this day. And although chamomile has been a popular plant for many centuries, it is now that science is beginning to confirm these medicinal benefits, mainly due to apigenin, its main compound, responsible for most of the antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties we will see today, but also due to flavonoids and tannins, which have been shown to offer us protection for our heart and help in cancer prevention, making these three compounds consolidate chamomile as one of the most effective medicinal herbs with the most scientific backing that exists. So today we're going to see the benefits of chamomile, especially chamomile tea or infusion, and its dosage. And then I'll explain other ways of using this plant, including chamomile oil and some risks and contraindications that it will suit us to know. Firstly, we have the benefits of chamomile tea on our sleep, as chamomile is a plant known for its calming and sedative properties, especially thanks to one of its active compounds, apigenin, a flavonoid that binds to the GABA neurotransmitter receptors in our brain, known to reduce the activating function of our neurons, thus making our transition to sleep easier. So, the apigenin in chamomile will work by helping us relax and improve sleep quality through that mechanism. Moreover, several studies support all those people who take it before going to bed to achieve better quality sleep. And a recent review of 12 studies came to the same conclusion. Chamomile is safe and effective in improving both sleep quality and participants' anxiety symptoms. The second benefit of chamomile is the improvement in our cardiovascular health. The flavonoids and tannins in chamomile help us regulate our cholesterol levels by lowering our bad cholesterol or LDL, and increasing our HDL or good cholesterol. Cholesterol doesn't travel alone through our blood. It tends to be bound to proteins that transport it, including the famous LDL that carries cholesterol from the liver to the cells of our body. And when there's a lot of LDL, cholesterol deposits on the walls of the arteries, obstructing them. And on the other hand, we have HDL or good cholesterol that cleans these fat accumulations in the arteries and takes them back to the liver, which recycles it for good use. But this doesn't end here for our heart. The flavonoids in chamomile will help lower our blood pressure thanks to their vasodilator effect. And in addition, apigenin, by relaxing our nervous system, also helps our blood vessels to dilate and expand, allowing blood to distribute oxygen and nutrients more easily to organs like the heart and brain. And this effect of apigenin improving our pressure through rest helps us understand the negative impact stress has on our cardiovascular health. In fact, it's no coincidence that the people who benefit most from the effect of chamomile on their blood pressure are precisely those who suffer from higher levels of anxiety or worse rest. So consuming chamomile in all its forms, which we'll see later, is going to help me clean my arteries of these cholesterol plaques and other substances that obstruct them, while lowering my tension, a dual effect that, accompanied by a healthy lifestyle and habits, will help me prevent the world's leading cause of death. Thirdly, we have the benefit of chamomile on our digestive health. This plant will aid our digestive well-being thanks to its antispasmodic properties, which will be useful for alleviating stomach pains and cramps, while helping us get rid of excess gas. And not only that, it will also help reduce inflammation in my digestive tract thanks to its anti-inflammatory power, which will be very useful if I suffer from conditions like irritable bowel syndrome or colitis. Fourthly, we have the antioxidant power of chamomile, as this plant is a rich source of antioxidants like flavonoids, which will be effective in neutralizing free radicals in our body, protecting our cells, and contributing to slowing aging and the development of chronic diseases like diabetes or dementia. And without going further, this antioxidant power of chamomile has shown in various studies an anti-cancer power, which can be especially useful in the prevention of digestive tract tumors if taken in infusion. Now, we must know that although chamomile has shown effect in facing these tumor cells, most of these cancer researches have been conducted in the laboratory, and we still don't have evidence of this effect in humans. So it's going to be a good idea to use chamomile to help me prevent this disease within a healthy lifestyle, but I should never leave a prescribed treatment against this or another chronic disease. Fifthly, we have the benefits on our blood sugar. Daily consumption of chamomile has been shown to help us regulate our sugar levels by improving our insulin sensitivity. This is going to be especially useful in people with type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, but also for all of us who wish to increase our insulin sensitivity, as this measure, by keeping our blood sugar levels stable, has been seen to favor a healthy body weight and also a longer life expectancy. Without going further, a 2016 study showed that drinking chamomile tea 3 times a day for 8 weeks reduced insulin levels and improved insulin resistance in people with type 2 diabetes. Sixthly, we have the properties of chamomile to relieve anxiety. And we have studies pointing in this same direction, showing that especially when ingested as a supplement in capsules, chamomile is capable of decreasing our cortisol, the stress hormone. Without going further, a clinical trial evaluated the effects of chamomile in patients with generalized anxiety disorder, seeing a decrease in participants' symptoms. And not only that, it was also seen that those who improved thanks to chamomile achieved greater protection during the following 5 years from these anxiety symptoms returning than those who did not take it. Of course, if I have a significant case of anxiety, it will be essential to consult it with a psychologist or my doctor and use chamomile to relieve symptoms in any case as a complement to their treatment. Now, before we go to the risks of consuming this plant, let's see how to consume chamomile safely in its different presentations. First of all, it's worth knowing that there are 2 very widespread types of chamomile, which are very similar and which will give us the benefits we've discussed today: German chamomile and Roman chamomile. Undoubtedly, the most widespread is the use in infusion, and to prepare it first, we're going to boil approximately a cup of water in a saucepan. Then we put 1 or 2 teaspoons of fresh chamomile flowers in a cup, which we will have crushed before so that it releases its active principles better, and pour the boiling water. Then we cover it and let it steep for 5 to 10 minutes so that the leaves go on releasing their active principles. And finally, we strain the liquid into a cup, removing the flowers. And as for the dosage, the most recommended and studied are 1 or 2 cups a day. Another form of use is chamomile oil, an interesting option if we want to use it on the skin for topical use or to massage an area where we have some muscle discomfort. Here, it will be interesting to get a dispenser that allows us to distribute the oil better in the areas to be treated, and if not, we can use a teaspoon of tea with the oil and apply it with the fingertips, 1 or 2 times a day, depending on the manufacturer's instructions. Now, what are the risks of chamomile? As for the safety of chamomile tea, it is generally considered safe, even in pregnancy or lactation, except for exceptions that we will see later, but it can cause side effects like nausea or dizziness in some people, especially if more than 3 cups a day are exceeded. It's important to be cautious and start slowly, with 1 cup initially, to check that our body tolerates it well. In conclusion, chamomile is a safe and versatile plant with a wide range of health benefits as we've seen, and incorporating it into our daily routine will undoubtedly offer us a significant safe plus. But as with any measure that we're going to use for medicinal purposes, if I take any medication or suffer from any chronic disease, it will be crucial to consult with my doctor, who knows me best, before taking medicinal doses of this plant. And thank you very much for staying with me until here. What do you think of the benefits of chamomile? Do you usually consume it? I read you here below in the comments, and if it has been useful, I'm just going to ask you to share this video on WhatsApp with the people you think it can help. And remember, you can subscribe and hit the bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. I leave you here a similar one that you will surely find interesting. Take great care.